So the next flip that we're going to do is going to be combining two things that you may not necessarily think of. An old frame and some Halloween masks. This whole project probably cost about £4 because the masks were virtually free. But I know there's huge money in nostalgia, and if you're a child of the 90s, you'll recognise these and you'll know that you can't get them anymore. By framing them, you can add real value onto your piece, so it's a really great way of taking something inexpensive and transforming it into something high-end. These masks just look really fun to me. I picked them up in the thrift store and they didn't really cost me anything, but I think that they need to be preserved. So I always like to look out for these boxes, especially the shadow boxes, because they're really expensive to buy brand new, but they can be used for so many things, and often the things that you frame are super cheap. First I'm going to open up the frame and take out the insides. It's actually got these horrible pictures and they're glued on with bits of foam and hot glue. So I want to reuse this backing, so I'm going to try and just pry them off. So I'm going to paint the backer. I'm going to paint it Inferni Paint Black Night mixed with a little bit of sealer that's left over from that industrial cabinet I did the other day. If you've not seen that episode, I'll include a link to it up above. This is just going to give it a nice flat back for those masks to really sit out and sing against. So I've just tried it off with a heat gun and you can see that even on this white cardboard it's literally pretty much given me one coat coverage. I've just had to do a few little bits of touch up, but that's because my brush was very stiff. I'm going to leave them to dry now, and then I'm going to go and spray the picture frame black on the inside and the outside with just some satin spray paint. I could paint it in the Fernie paint, but this is going to be a 5-minute project and it's going to be super quick to be able to just spray it. So I had a mad 5 minutes last night and cut all the grass. So I keep the legs on the driveway and they just fold up and down so that the garden still looks nice. So unfortunately the glass doesn't come out in this piece, so we're just going to spray it anyway and then I'll clean that off with a razor later. So now I've got to walk away from that, otherwise I will touch it and I will ruin it because I just get impatient. So go and do another job and then when I come back it'll be dry. So next I'm going to clean the masks and just give them a little bit of repair. So I'm just going to pop out any indents that they've got as best as I can. Obviously these are quite old and were never meant to be used for this, so. And then places where there's a bit of a split that affects them, I'm going to make a little bandage. So I'm going to take some double-sided sticky tape and a bit of paper and I'm just going to make a little bandage to go on the underside.
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think you said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car, let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah. Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle, no, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me then just do it.
I used a razor blade and some glass cleaner just to get the overspray off the glass. Just make sure you're being careful not to cut your fingers if you're going to do this. I didn't want to remove the elastic, but I didn't want it floating around in the frame, so I hot glued it in place underneath the masks just so it was still there, but I didn't have to remove it. And then I placed them where I wanted them and used a little bit of hot glue underneath just in a few areas where they met the cardboard backer just to hold them in position. Anywhere a little hot glue leaked out, I went over with a little artist brush and just blended that in. I then added a backer and added on these D-rings, which is my easiest and preferred way of adding hangers to the back of a piece. And this is the final result. Let me know in the comments what you think of them and if you think they were worth saving. I think these are great all year round and not just for Halloween. All that was left was to take them along to the booth and price them up. I priced these at £45. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can find all of my future episodes as I post 5 videos a week going full time in my creative business. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.